Hello and welcome to the marvellous show Game of Thrones. If you've never watched before, I'm your host Steve, and it's a react show to the Game of Thrones because way back before lockdown I'd never watched an episode. I thought, what's all the hype about? And it is without doubt the best series of all time, ever. I pretty much don't think about anything else. So if you are a fan of Game of Thrones and you're not subscribed yet, why don't you hit that subscribe button? Go on, you know you want to, and hit the like button while you're at it, and leave a comment if you want, and hit the bell, and then you'll be updated every time I put something new up. That's done. Right, last week we watched episode 3 of season 7, which was The Queen's Justice, and yeah, it was a brilliant episode, really good. I know everyone told me this, that they are going to start rushing it, and yeah, it is really being rushed, I think, because so much is going on, it's crazy. That's why I had to do a 3-part episode in the last one. I just couldn't fit it into 2, because so much was going on. We saw Jon and Davos land at Dragonstone. And it was a lovely meeting with him and Tyrion again. It was brilliant to see them two back together again. And I think Jon said the last time he saw him, he was pissing off the top of the wall, which is brilliant. Melisandre was in it a very short bit, and she was kind of out of the way, and she just sort of saw them coming in. Varys had a word with her saying, you know, why aren't you going down to meet them? And then it all kind of come out. Well, she hinted at what had happened, but she didn't actually say. And then Varys said a weird thing like, just don't come back here again because you might get harmed, I think he said. And she said that she has to come back because this is where she's going to die, in Westeros. And she said the same as you, and she said, and you know that you have to as well. So I don't know if that was part of the vision that Varys had when he was younger, perhaps, because didn't he see something in the flames or something like that? I don't know if that's connected, but yeah, it could be. So Jon went to see Daenerys, which was a very awkward, uncomfortable conversation. Daenerys went in cock mode and just was like, take the knee, I'm the queen, I'm this, I'm that. So Daenerys does wind me up sometimes. Sometimes she's brilliant, but other times she really winds me up. And as soon as Jon said about the White Walkers, she didn't believe him at all. And to be fair, why would she? It is a bit far-fetched, saying that the dead have come back to life and all of that. So it wasn't a very good first initial meeting. However, Tyrion kind of had a little chat with both of them to try and get some common ground, and said to Daenerys, look, even if you don't believe him, just let him mine the dragon glass. That's all he wants, and then he could be an ally, a valuable ally. So she did. She let him. She said to him she'd help him out as far as that goes. But that was a good kind of ending between them two. So now I'm kind of thinking, what else happened in that episode where the Tyrells are now out of it? It looks like Dawn is pretty much out of it as well. Obviously Yara's out of it, so already she's pretty much lost probably half her army. So I think she does probably need Jon Snow's help. I'm hoping, because now Tyrion's been outsmarted twice by his brother, which is quite shocking. And I think now that I'm hoping that Jon might help with some kind of strategy. That's what I'm hoping, because he is pretty good at his strategies. He's a good fighter. So I'm hoping that he is going to, in some way, return the favour for Daenerys and give her some kind of hint or clue about how to go ahead with the taking over of King's Landing. Because if he doesn't, I think as soon as Daenerys finds out that the Tyrells have gone as well, honestly, I think she's going to go all-out attack. I really do. But it's not that easy, because now the Unsullied are stuck at Casterly Rock, which I think is right over the other side of Westeros. So that was a nightmare. I mean, how did they even know they would... I don't know how they even planned that. That was crazy. But yeah, so that's... I don't know what's going to happen there. I mean, I don't see how they can get back. They're going to have to walk it. And I know they're doing time jumps, but I'm pretty sure that's going to take a long time to march. More time than Daenerys has probably got. So that is basically practically... her whole plan is out the window. And that's pretty much her whole army out the window as well. I know she's got the Dothraki, but I don't think they'll be enough on their own to take the Lannisters out. So I don't know, what does she do? All out attack with the dragons? I'm not sure. But this episode's called The Spoils of War, so I'm guessing that Daenerys... keep getting Daenerys and Cersei mixed up. Cersei will probably pay off the Braavos Bank now, because now she's got all the Tyrells gold. But I'm not sure. A lot of people have said this is a really good episode, so I'm quite excited. They've all been good episodes, but they've just been very rushed. Too much has kind of gone on, and it's been quite hard to kind of digest it. I think this episode will probably see Jorah suddenly appear next to Daenerys again, which won't surprise me at all. That was a great bit, by the way, the whole Jorah and Sam bit. When they were trying to sort of say, I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it all just woke up in the morning and it was all gone. It's the most unbelievable story ever. But he's been released. Well, I say released. I mean, he wasn't in prison, was he? But he's been sort of allowed to go now and leave. So he's going to be heading back to Daenerys now, which is quite exciting. So I really want him to get back to her. Sam, I'm not sure what's going to happen with him. He's been given a load of mundane jobs to do now. But he's been brilliant. You think what he's actually done since he's been there, he's been absolutely spot on. And also we've got, who else was there? Theon. He's been picked out of the sea by one of the remaining ships of Yara's fleet. But they don't really care about him. They just left him on the deck. I think their spirit's been broken now. I'm not sure if they're going to take him back to Dragonstone or not. What I would like is Theon to try and rescue Yara. That's what I would like. How? I've got no idea, because she's right in King's Landing and it's not going to be an easy task. But I would like him to be the one that rescues her. I really would. But like I said, I don't see how that's going to happen. And in King's Landing, Euron paraded through the streets, loving every second of it, with his new prisoners and his gift, obviously, for Cersei. Then he presented Ellaria and her daughter to Cersei, and said that the only thing he wants is to marry her. And she's basically said, "You'll get what you want when the war's over," which Jaime was not taken very kindly at all. And then also there was some words between Euron and Jaime as well. And he's really pushing Jaime's buttons big time. And right now I don't particularly like Jaime either, so not too bothered. But I'd like to see where that goes, because that could be quite funny. And then in the cells, Cersei's devised this awful way of payback for Ellaria. She's now poisoned her daughter with that. She did the kiss thing with the stuff on the lips, and I guess the poison seeps into the pores. And now she's basically going to make Ellaria watch her daughter die slowly, which is horrible. So yeah, Cersei hasn't lost a single step as far as the evilness goes. At Winterfell, we saw another bit of Littlefinger trying to whittle his way back with Sansa again. And to be honest, what he actually said to her was really, really good and really deep, and actually it makes complete sense. Basically, I think this is the way that he lives, that everyone is your friend, everyone is your enemy. Always know what is going on everywhere, then nothing will surprise you, which I thought was brilliant. So that was a bit of good advice. And Sansa's doing quite well. I mean, she was making sure she had enough food. You know, she was telling people where to go, what to do. Even the armoured plated even the armour that was being made for the soldiers, she suggested they should have leather on the inside, obviously because of the cold, which was again a brilliant idea. And also we had the return of Bran, which was a brilliant, lovely moment. Sansa, just loved him to bits, and it was brilliant. But Bran is a bit odd now. He's a bit strange. He looks like he's in a trance pretty much the whole time. I guess he's got a lot in his brain. He's got a lot going on. And Sansa wanted him to explain about the three-eyed raven and all that, and basically said it's too difficult to explain. I thought, no, it's not. You could explain that in a few minutes. I could practically do it in 5 minutes if I was drunk. So I'm sure he could pretty much do it. And he also said he really needed to see Jon as well. He needed to speak to him about something. So I'm not sure what that was. But then he should have known he wasn't there anyway, because he knew what he was doing at the time anyway. And finally, we had the bit at Highgarden. Horrible moment. The Lannister army, obviously with all the other houses with them as well. I mean, they've got a huge army now. They just took out the Tyrells. And the last scene was Jaime and Alanna. She knew that was it. It was all lost. And Jaime, she said, "How are you going to kill me?" Basically, and Jaime said, "Well, Cersei did have a few ideas," and he ran through the ideas, which were obviously evil and horrible and messed up. He said, "But I talked her out of that, and instead he just got some poison out and put it into a drink." And she asked, "Is it going to hurt?" And he said, "No, I've made sure that you won't feel any pain." With that, she guzzled it back and then just did an absolute mic drop on him. It was beautiful. Just basically said, "Oh, by the way, I killed Joffrey," and called him she called him a C word, which was quite funny. And basically said, Cersei is going to mess you up. You're completely in love with her. You're blind drunk in love. And she's going to be the end of you. And Jaime basically agreed. He goes, "Yeah, you're probably right." So what do? So Elena's out of it now. She's been amazing the whole way through. she's been one of my absolute favourite characters. Jamie, on the other hand, is a complete douche. So yeah, perhaps he will twist the corner again, and he'll be back in my likes before you know it. But right now, no. So let's crack on then. This is episode 4, The Spoils of War. Can't wait to get started in it. See you soon. Bye.
There are no men like me.
That's at the Tyrells, isn't it? They've just defeated them. Oh my god. Cool.
Queen of Thorns, give you one last prick in the balls before saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Saved my confessions for the High Scepter.
That's a lot of money I just gave you.
It's not a castle. How about that one? It's available.
You don't want Highgarden.
I beg to differ.
We're at war. Daenerys Targaryen could come and take it back the day after you move in. We pay our debts.
Right. Just not to me.
When we win this war, all the castles in the Seven Kingdoms will be yours to choose from, with no one left to take them away from you.
Yes, perhaps we could be of assistance in some current venture.
My only venture at this moment is re-establishing control over this continent and every person on it. I need to expand my armies, my navies. My hand, Qyburn, has made overtures to the Golden Company in Essos.
I know them well. Rest assured, Your Grace, you can count on the Iron Bank's support. As soon as the gold arrives.
Is something going to happen to this gold before she gets it? I hope so.
The last man who wielded it meant to cut your throat, but your mother fought him off.
He must know everything about Littlefinger. Bran knows everything. I'm talking to the wrong person.
To protect our children. In a way, that dagger made you what you are today. Forced from your home, driven out to the wilds beyond the wall. I imagine you've seen things most men wouldn't believe. To go through all of that and make your way home again only to find such chaos in the world. I can only imagine.
Chaos is a ladder. You're leaving?
I don't want to leave you, but when they come, I need to be with my family. You don't need me anymore.
No, I don't.
That's all you've got to say.
Thank you.
Thank you. My brother died for you. Hodor and Summer died for you. I almost died for you. Bran.
I'm not really. Not anymore.
It's gone well weird.
I remember what it felt like to be Brandon Stark, but I remember so much else now.
You died in that cave.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, it's actually happening.
I'm Arya Stark. This is my home.
Arya Stark's dead.
Send for Maester Lewin, or Sir Roderick. They'll tell you who I am.
There's no Roderick here.
If John's gone, who's in charge of Winterfell?
The Lady of Winterfell? Lady Stark?
Which Lady Stark?
You tell us. You're the one impersonating her sister.
Tell Sansa her sister's home. I'm getting into this castle one way or another.
God for that.
You sit there. Right there. Don't move.
I'll make this happen, come on. She's grown up so much.
We told her to wait. We were standing right next to her, and
when we turned around, she'd gone, my lady. She was nothing, some Wintertown girl.
he comes in asking for Sir Roderick,
Yeah.
and Maester Lewin.
Lewin, yeah.
I know where she is.
Oh my god, this is so cool. Yes!
Do I have to call you Lady Stark now?
Yes.
They're all coming back. They're all a bit weird.
Shouldn't have run from the guards.
I didn't run. You need better guards.
It's all awkward, isn't it?
They say you killed Joffrey. Did you?
I wish I had.
However long my list got, he was always first.
Your list?
Of people I'm going to kill.
How did you get back to Winterfell?
It's long story. I imagine yours is too.
Yes. Not a very pleasant one.
Mine neither.
Oh, my God for that. You're being weird.
Arya. Bran's home too.
Kind of.